I've just sold everything on my Roth IRA, tax-free. Let me explain what I've just done and why I've just done it. I've done it live. If you want to see the moment I actually did it and how I did it live on the show, I'll give you a link at the moment at the end of this and point to the video where I did this live so you can see exactly how I did it. So what did I just do live on the show? This is my Roth IRA. This is my tax-free position. I don't pay any tax when I buy and sell. You only pay tax and penalties when you remove the money. I'm up 35%. Great, wonderful, 10,882. As I said before, I don't see masses of growth left in the S&P this year. So it's still the best thing to own, but not that massive. And now we've got a little bit of uncertainty with the tariffs and everything else, but there's going to be a bit of upswing. But when there are better opportunities, you got to act on them, and you got to act decisively, and you got to buy with conviction, not mess and fart about. You've got to go all in. So there's my Roth IRA, 100% in the S&P 500. Well, a few moments ago, you can see I've sold all of my S&P 500. There's nothing left. I sold it all. 100%, about $43,000 live on the show. I'll give you the link at the end. All gone, and I sold the whole thing at just about an all-time high. It was just slightly off today, but basically at an all-time high. Wonderful. We'd rallied several all-time highs over the last month. I'm very happy with that. So what I've done now in timely fashion to get the dividends of Coca-Cola to outperform the S&P, I've bought on a dip because they've just done a good earnings. They've outperformed. The forward PE is greater than the lagging indicator. So business is looking good for Coca-Cola. But as typical, the stock gets sold off on these announcements. Nevertheless, I decided to sell my S&P and buy Coca-Cola. So go down. There is my Coca-Cola, and I'm already up on it by 0.01. Now I've got to keep it now. At least I've got to keep it. Let me show you. I've got to keep it until, let me go over to this screen here. I want to keep it at least until the 15th of September. So it's just over a month and a bit. And we know September and October can be bad for the S&P. September, which is good because I'll buy it back. 15th of September, I've got to be in on Coca-Cola to earn 51 cents per share. Now, Coca-Cola and J&J are our best growth dividend paying stocks. There's nothing to even compare. They hold the crown. There's a reason why Warren Buffett owns these businesses. So you don't need to own hundreds of stocks. You just need to own the right thing at the right time. So there we go. There's the 51 cents I'm going to get per share. So how many shares do I have? Well, I have a nice 606. Let's call that 607. So let's come out of there, do this live, 607. Let's grab my calculator. 607 times 0.51, that's the cents. It's going to give me $309.57 tax-free income in the next few weeks, in about 5 weeks' time. All right, that's nice. Do I think the S&P is going to make me $309 between now and September on my Roth IRA? No, I don't. That's a guaranteed sum. And then in September, when I think the market cools off, I can buy back the S&P tax-free and sell my Coca-Cola if I decide to do so. But there's actually nothing wrong with holding Coca-Cola. Let me just do my face back down there. So there you go. There's my position. I've now got in at 68.17. As you can see, it's going up after hours. I'm slightly up on it already. I think it's oversold. I think it's an overreaction. The business is solid. The dividend has just gone up again. If you see here, we've been paying out a dividend of 45, 46, 48, 51 declared. I'm happy with that. I'm happy that the money I've made on the S&P, I think it's going to cool this year. Bit of diversity there, bit of protection to my main portfolio, which is always in the S&P, of course, for integrity of the show. The Roth IRA is until I do this, and then I'll get back in again. But there you go. There is my position. Do you agree with me? Do you think that was a silly move? Well, let me go to the poll. I asked the audience what they thought of that. I asked the audience whether I should do it or not. Let me see what the audience said. Let me put this into the video so you can see. I said on my Roth Roth, shall I sell all my S&P 500 to buy Coca-Cola? 55% of my investors said yes. So let me action that. That's what I did. That was what you thought, and I'm glad you agree with me. It's just nice to have the support from everybody. So there you go. There you go. There's my latest position. Now, come September, once I get my $390 odd or whatever it is, tax-free money, I shall put that into my Roth IRA. I do expect, of course, the asset to go up by then as well. So I'll get that along with the growth because I think the stock is oversold. If we look at it over the week, it's down too much. Down too much. It did not need to go down at 5.5%. There's no way it needed to go down that much. So I'm very, 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 very happy with that deal. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Was it a good deal? I think so. I think by the time I buy back, I've got a solid business. You can't go wrong with it. I will buy back and I will have even more money, tax-free, no risk whatsoever. And if I wait 6 months, a year, it doesn't even matter, does it really? It's a good, solid business to own. Click above my head for all the links if you're on YouTube, down below in the description. Over here, I'll post my Coca-Cola playlist. No, I won't. Other way around. I'll put my competition where you can win $1,500 of XRP in cash. Down here, I'll put my Coca-Cola playlist so you can go and check that out. If you're watching me on X, I'll put all the links in the post. That's it from me. Was it a good move? Bad move? What do you think? Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.